Hi guys, my name is Loye. I'm currently in Wales at the On Mission Retreat. These past 3 days have been really edifying, really life-changing, and to think that there's still 2 more days left is so powerful, so excited. So the theme this year has been Just Jesus, and it's something that I've been pondering about before I even came to retreat. I've always wanted to gain that true intimacy and actually understand what being with just Jesus was, what it meant dwelling in my secret place, which is why I believe that this retreat was somewhere that the Lord had called me to be. Being here, I've been with like-minded people, like-minded brothers, and just the vulnerability between ourselves. And it's so crazy because we barely know each other, but there's something about when the gathering of men and the gathering of the saints, I would say, when we all come together and have the common denominator as Jesus Christ, being able to share our burdens, our struggles, how we overcame them, how we are overcoming them as well. It's just so inspirational, and I would say that it's most definitely helped me so far, just because of the things that I was struggling with before I even came to retreat, and the things that I definitely believe that the Lord has delivered me whilst being on this retreat. It makes sense for everything to be focused around just Jesus, and it makes sense why the theme is just Jesus, because when you truly understand who Jesus is, you want to be just like Jesus. You want to reflect who Jesus is. You want to reflect his love. You want to image bear. You want to bear the fruits. And being around people who have the same burden, who have the same desire, the same family, the same community, that want to be just like Jesus. It's just inspiring. Like, why wouldn't you want to be here, type thing. So before coming, I actually didn't know anyone here. I knew a couple people, but I knew that they had previously came before last year. So it was a thing of like this year, like I really need to put myself out there. I really need to mingle. I really need to network, which is something I kind of used to struggle with. But honestly, when you realize that everyone here is basically in the same boat, everyone here basically wants to get to know each other, everyone wants to be friends, it's kind of encouraging. So yeah, it's really good getting to know people. It's really good getting to understand that there's people who love Jesus just like you, being around the same people who are on fire for Christ, the same way you're on fire for Christ. Like, and it's so interesting as well when you have the discussions with people, understanding each and everyone's individual walk with Christ and how their journey is still going, whether it started yesterday or a minute ago. We all have that same desire. We all have that same love, which is just Jesus. So yeah, my favorite thing my favorite thing about being on retreat is most definitely the seminars, which is so crazy because at uni, don't even go to them. But being on retreat, there's just something about everything you learn. You want to make sure that you're not just listening, but you're also engaging. And that's what one of my favorite seminars, which was with Mike, he spoke about career, and I think it's something that we struggle about talking about in the Christian community, the balance of career and being a Christian. One thing that he made me realize was the whole difference between our purpose and our identity, our calling. And it's something that I've definitely took on, and it's something that's definitely changed my perspective and my mind. And most people would say that their identity is their career or their degree, or even like ministry, they're serving, their works is their identity. But actually understanding that your identity is rooted in Christ was something that I took on board, and it's something I'm still trying to even comprehend. So yeah, if you were to come onto retreat, take every little moment in, taking the seminars, taking the worship, taking the prayer. It's something that will change you, and it's going to be life-changing. You most definitely will not leave the same way you came, and I can say that I'm definitely not going to leave the same way I came. So yeah. But before coming on retreat, I wouldn't say that I had like some sort of brotherhood aside from my church. Or I wouldn't say that I wouldn't say that I had brothers per se that I could go to about my struggles, mainly because I didn't know who I could be vulnerable to, didn't know how I could share my vulnerability and to what level or degree. But being at retreat has made me realize that because it's just such a short time that you have here and you want to get to know everyone, everyone is in the same boat as you. So like in the Brotherhood seminar, and when it was just the guys, we were able to dig into discussions that probably seem taboo in the Christian community. And it's just so encouraging knowing that other people actually go through the same struggles as you. Other people are actually carrying the same burdens as you. Like, other guys are probably thinking what you're thinking. And one thing I really love about the On a Mission retreat is just the fact that you actually know and understand that you're not doing this by yourself. And having the brothers surrounding me, literally knowing that I'm not doing this by myself. I have people who I can definitely say, like, later on, outside of this retreat, I can hold accountable and they can hold me accountable. I have people that I can definitely say are my true brothers in Christ. And it's something that the pastor was saying on retreat, like, when you are baptized, you're also brought into a new family. Like, yes, you have your mother and your father, but you're also brought into this new Christian family where you have your brothers in Christ, your sisters in Christ. So for anyone coming on retreat, what to expect, I would most definitely say, expect to cry, because worship will hit you. It is phenomenal. Expect to feel convicted. And it's a good conviction, don't worry. You will feel edified as well. And because you're only here for 5 days, make the most of those 5 days. Like, make sure you put yourself out there. Do you know what I mean? If you want to join a team, see if the team is available. If you want to speak to that one person, go speak to that one person. Just be different, be yourself. Make sure you come willing to receive. I'm someone who used to serve, and the serving became so tiring. I was pouring from a place of, at one point, feeling forced to, but actually coming to retreat, I've been poured into by so many people. Expect for God to speak to you, and don't limit the way that you think He's going to speak to you, because so many people could be speaking to you and they're being used as the vessel by God. So have an open mind and literally make the most of it, because it will fly by, and honestly, it's so amazing. So yeah, come expectant, because it's so good.
Hey, thank you so much for watching that video and for staying all the way till the end. We are on a journey to 10,000 subscribers. So if you like that video, if you want to see more from us, if you want to support us, do so by clicking the subscribe button. Our mission here is to help you discover Jesus and to equip you to make Him known. So keep talking about Jesus and hit the subscribe button.